harvest the lemon basil first because it needs time to bounce back. When you harvest it initially, it'll get droopy, but then about the next day it comes back and is beautiful and upright again. So I'm gonna get these down as long a stem as possible. Guys, this is a Mrs. Burns lemon basil. I've talked about this so many times on other videos. It's this beautiful, bright lemony smell, and it smells even better than most of the flowers in the bouquet. But anyway, I'm picking the ones that have gone to flower and have a tall spike because they're just gonna look awesome in the bouquet. And then what I do is I just take my fingers and strip down the rest, the extra. There we go. Next up is my Pampas Plume Celosia. Whew, it's got a lot of pollinators on it. Pick some pieces that don't have pollinators. Check that out. How beautiful is this? This is gonna be also a spike element and a beautiful, beautiful filler for the bouquets. On this. Including
Baby, you have all the pollinators in the
including
neighborhood.
some very okay, that's just a bumblebee. I'm fine with bumblebees, but there was like this huge thing, and I was like, dude, I don't want to mess with. Yeah, it looks so terrifying. Oh, it's not as big as like it's a big hornet. I've never seen one that big actually. I'm gonna cut and run. It's bigger than those, whoops, sorry bumblebees. It's bigger than those, what were those called? The European ones that we had. This is exciting. I got my first bud ever on my cosmos. Can't wait. Those are beautiful, gonna be like a bright fuchsia color. Beautiful salmon colored zinnias. So this is actually my first time ever doing this. I think I told you guys I took a cut flower course online through Whispering Willow Farm and the Mindful Farmer, and I'll put a link to that because I thought it was really good, and it had a lot of great information, including exactly what kind of seeds to buy and where, and they also had these great cheat sheets for how you should prune each plant and which ones need trellising and support and all that good stuff. So this is my first time doing this. I got into growing daffodils and tulips last year, and they bloomed just before we left our old property. So I'm definitely gonna do those again this year. And then this is my first little venture into cut flowers. I started small and really learned so much this year that I will, continue with next year. So I like to start with my fillers and have a good base. So I'm gonna get a couple spikes. I'm gonna get about 4 spikes of this beautiful Mrs. Burns lemon basil. And a little bit more here. There we go. Beautiful. I'm gonna try to make a really very colorful one for this first go. So I'm gonna do some of this beautiful Pampas Plume Celosia. Ooh, this one's quite big and beautiful. Put that in the center, I think, and then build around it. That'll make a very lovely, lovely bouquet. Whoops. So right now we've got a big, beautiful fuchsia spike element, and then I've got about 4 spikes of the basil flowers around that. Trim off some extra leaves here. There we go. And now I'm going to move on to doing some sunflowers. I want these to be about $10 to $15 bouquets, so I'm going to keep that in mind as I'm building. And I'm going to take more of the leaves off of this. Nice. What I want to do with the sunflowers, some of them have already opened, so they're not going to last that much longer. But others of them are pretty much just opening. So I'm trying to do a combination so that this bouquet will hopefully last about a week for whoever gets it. So I'm going to do 2 open ones and then 2 that have just opened, so these smaller ones. Whoop. Let me cut some more off of this. Put this beautiful one on the other side. Now I'm going to fill in with some zinnias. I'm going to do a bunch of these beautiful ones. I'm going to put a little more lemon basil around the sides.
Hi, pretty girl.
Hey, so I might put a little more celosia in the middle here. Wow, that's really lovely.
That is very lovely, baby.
I think it's lovely. Okay, for that I have some craft paper. Okay, I'm going to put one staple here. There we go. And then I'm just going to fold the rest of that over and put a sticker on it. So this one's going to be a mason jar bouquet. I think it's lovely. Put a little water in here. Well, this has honestly just been a delightful experience. I would love to do more flowers, and luckily we have a lot of growing time left here, so I'll be planting more. And I'm just excited. It's really lovely, and I hope that they sell. All right, guys, it's closing time. We set up our market table just on our property today at the end of our driveway. First time ever doing it. Usually we do big markets and festivals and farmers markets, but we get a lot of foot traffic here, and we want our neighbors to know about the things that we're growing and selling, and we wanted to meet some more people, and it's been an awesome day. I sold all 3 flower bouquets pretty quickly, which lets me know that I really want to grow a lot more flowers. And for me, it was great. Start small. Instead of going all in on something, I learned a lot of lessons with just a couple beds of flowers that I did. And so I'll plan to do a lot of fall bouquets. There's plenty of time to get those going now. And we did over, I think $120 in sales in just 2 hours. I'm very happy about that because all I did was post in 2 Facebook groups the night before. And when people drove by, walked by, rode their bicycle by, they just came and said hello. So I have loved meeting more people that live in this community. And that's what it's all about, supporting your really, really local folks and just connecting with people. I have met, this is my 5th year in business, I have met some of my best friends and some of the nicest people I've ever known just through doing this, whether it's fellow vendors or customers that have become great friends. So I'm encouraged, and we'll do it again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video.